2, 1. Hi everybody, I'm Mahin, and this is your Saturday strength and stretch for the daily Bellydance Quickies. As you can see, we are not in the studio today, and we're actually in my office. This is DBQ headquarters right here, and this is where I sit when I type up the DBQ email every night before I send it out to you in the morning. And we're going to be doing our strength and stretch right here today because it's going to be a little bit difficult to tape this one in the studio tonight. So we've been talking about feet in the last week's Saturday DBQ. There was a blog post I did on a primer on feet and ankles for dancers. And we've talked about the different regions of the foot, the forefoot, the midfoot, the rear foot, and then up the ankle, and then into the calf. And so we're going to be doing a strengthening and a stretching exercise for the forefoot, which is the part of the foot from just behind the toes at the ball of the foot and forward. So that is your metatarsals and your toes, the phalanges, your toes. So we're going to be talking about the small muscles that are there, and these are really important. If you check back with the blog post that we talked about, that's important because these are the small muscles that help you to be stable and to help you keep your balance in relevé. They also help you give a little extra push off the foot when you need to propel, in addition to helping from the main primary mover for that, which would be your calf muscles. And we're also going to stretch them out a little bit. But I need a couple of things to help out with that. So let me go ahead and get those ready, and then we'll try our strengthening exercise, and then we'll do our stretching one. Okay, so I'm set up for this exercise now. I have a regular bathroom scale, and next to it I've put a book that's about the same height as the scale, so that I have a relatively level surface, between the two items. I have to tell you, I hope my mom does not see this because my mom's kind of a freak about books, and the fact that I'd be standing on one would probably make her insane. So I think I kind of inherited that from her, but I couldn't find anything else that was going to work. So we have a book today. So I'm going to get ready and position myself on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my heel in the back half of my foot on the book, and I'm going to put the ball of my foot and my toes, I'm going to put those on the scale here. Now what I'm going to do here is I have a digital scale, so mine has resets, but that's okay. If you have a regular scale, probably even better. So I'm going to get myself positioned just nicely here. Alright, so now I have my ball of my foot and my toes on the scale, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to press down just with my toes on this. So I'm going to press down with my toes. I'm going to make sure my weight is over my heel, because if I don't have my weight on my heel, then that kind of changes how the front of your foot works, and you tend to claw up. Now that's something really important. Two factors or things I want you to look for when you're doing this. One is I don't want you to claw the toes in like this as you press down. This is what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to strengthen these muscles so that they can work in a long fashion to help us have a longer and wider base for support in relevé, and that will keep us more stable. So in this position, kind of lift those toes up a little bit, get them relaxed, put them down, and then I want you to press down with all that you got. Press down nice and evenly. And the second thing I want you to watch for, other than clawing your toes up, is that you press down evenly across the whole front of your foot. The muscle that controls the big toe is really a lot stronger than all the rest of them, so it tends to we want to press through that big toe a lot. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that you involve the whole front of the foot and press through the whole front of the foot, just like that. And if your scale is a regular dial scale, you'll be able to see how much pressure that you're putting on there, and that can help you to know that how strongly you're pushing, and you can even actually see your progress. So, maybe do about 10 of those, and then of course you're going to want to switch feet. Sorry Mom, stepping on a book. Okay, and so then put this on the other side, get yourself set up, elongate those toes, weight on the heel, and then go ahead and press down, just like that, and then put back up. Okay, so that's our strengthening exercise. So now we're going to go on to the stretching. Okay, so now we have done some strengthening, so let's go ahead and stretch those muscles out on the back of the toes. So for this we're going to need a wall, and you're going to go ahead and kind of shimmy your foot up to the wall here, and go ahead and press your toes against the wall and make sure all 5 toes get onto the wall, and go ahead and slide those toes down and wiggle the ball of the foot towards the wall. So here you want to relax the toes and let them lengthen and let the wall be and assist us in stretching. So we're going to use this for leverage here. And you just want to hold that, and like any good stretch, you want to hold it maybe for 30 seconds. And then after that, of course, you're going to go ahead and do the other foot. Now go ahead and get those toes flat on the wall, slide them down. Get the whole ball of the foot down there. So you don't want an uneven stretch, so make sure the whole ball of the foot comes down towards the floor. And if your toes are in your underside of your foot are really tight, you might have to come back a little bit, but the closer that you get your ball of the foot to the wall, of course, the deeper the stretch is going to be. So here I'm going to make sure my foot stays upright and doesn't sickle in like this or roll this way. I'm going to keep it nice and straight. And another 30 seconds there. And then of course you can go ahead and repeat that on both sides if you like. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. One strengthening exercise and one stretching exercise for the forefoot, the front part of the foot. And we'll be continuing next week with some other things to support the arch in the mid part of the foot, and then we're going to work our way up just like we did in the blog post. If you haven't seen the blog post, it may be because you're not an actual DBQ email subscriber. You can go ahead and check the box down there and go on the page for the daily Bellydance Quickies and subscribe yourself. It is free, it does come every day, and it has a lot of content that is not video. So that's what I have for you, and if you haven't voted yet on the DBQ challenge, I think this is probably the day this will come out will be the last day that you'll be able to vote for that. So go ahead and check that out while you're on the blog page. Have a good week, and I'll see you later. Bye!